Okay. Seem to be a little more stable now. Unfortunately, we did have to kill the YouTube stream, so I'm gonna have to manually transfer the Twitch VOD over later. And that'll be a bit of a task, but at least we've got something going. Not ideal by any means, but it works. In any case, we are back. Wonder... Looks like it's still fluctuating a bit. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Alright, so we are back. Kind of. As the stream title suggests, I'm kinda just getting my bearings again. Trying to figure out what needs fixing, what needs adjusting, that sort of thing. So this will likely be a bit of a shorter stream today. And then that way I can review the VOD, check volume levels and all that other fun stuff later on. That being said though, since it is a bit of a chill stream, or a shorter stream anyway, we're gonna play some Vintage Story. Just do some survival gaming. Nothing too crazy today. I just wanna chill out for a bit, and that way I don't have to, I'm not super distracted later on checking noise, volume levels and everything. But yeah, let's switch over to the gaming screen. And immediately, I don't have any music. Although I guess the game does have music once it starts, so... This is kind of the character we've got drawn up. I don't have any of the fancy mods people use for like skin or anything, so... This is what we're gonna have to work with for now. I did already set the world generation values. Nothing crazy. I mostly just made the map half the size and tweaked a little bit of the world generation just so that there's more ocean in between land masses. Hopefully it translates properly with the map size reduction. And of course ads are going, so let's Let's take a quick moment here. I guess we'll start with just regular stuff. I should probably turn the game settings down so that I'm not killing my GPU. As decent as it is, it's not going to render this thing at max settings with with my model running. Oh, jail. Okay, soft stone. I guess it'll be good to pick up for throwing. Oh wow, we spawned next to a pretty decent pond here. Okay. I've never seen that sort of formation before. What the hell is that? Fool's cone cap. That doesn't sound friendly at all. Ooh, definitely not friendly. Okay. There are cattails. Although I think if you break them by hand, they kind of just die. Yeah, I don't want that to happen, so we gotta find flint. There we go. Now it has been some time. I haven't been keeping up with any of the recent updates to the game, so there are going to be a few things that I probably don't recognize as we move around here. Is that tool? Yeah, okay. Turnips. That being said, I do have a decent amount of experience in the original or older patches of the game, so I'm not entirely new to this. Wild red currant bush. This looks very different from what I'm used to. Okay. Apparently they have weird dates now and some sort of modifier. That's new. Hailstone, okay. More flint. Already with the rifts? Oh no, did I not set the... I don't think I set the... what's it called? I don't think I lowered or increased the number of days before we get rift activity. So that's gonna be a bit of a time crunch on our end. Want 3 icon, this. There we go. Come over here. Alright, so what the hell is this orange stuff? Ooh, okay. Sludgy gravel. With hot spring bacteria material, maybe? Okay. Do not enter the hot springs. Duly noted. Alright, but that does mean that there's volcanic activity beneath this, if I'm not mistaken. Good to know. I do need to find food now though, since I went ahead and got burned. Shale gravel. Shale is relatively useless to me. We can do a horsetail to try and get some healing. I believe it's something like this. Uh-oh. Did they change that? Horsetail poultice from reeds. 2 and... oh, it's the other way around. Okay. 2 and 4. What just happened? I am using a knife, so why is this? Huh? Why is everything just disappearing? I don't understand. Okay, that's picking up. Why are the cattails just ceasing to exist? I need to reload the world. Let's go ahead and reload. There's something obviously wrong here. Nope. That's the wrong one. Hey, Leon. How you doing, man? I've been existing, for lack of a better way to describe that. How have you been? Sorry if it took a little bit for me to answer there. I'm still getting used to having a chat on the side here while I'm doing things. Or rather, I'm getting used to it again. I've been busy with work, busy with life. You know how it is. That's a lot of horsetail. Well, I think 16 is a stack of poultice. That should be good. Get those roots up so that we can plant them somewhere whenever we decide to move somewhere. And I just realized, I am not muted, okay. Wanted to double check that because I am very forgetful. Tools, bone cap. These are not good. More flint. This is a pretty decent sized forest. Ooh, onions. Okay. Are these good? No, these are terrible. Death cap. Okay. So we have little to no scavengeable food around here, it seems. Please be mature. Yes. Okay. Okay. No. 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 Of all the things to find us here, it had to be a wolf. I'm willing to bet it's still chasing us. What do I do? What is this? Chalk. That's huge, actually. Hold on. Chalk is actually amazing to find. If I'm not mistaken, we can grind up the chalk to make, Zora, how have you been, man? It has been a while. I have been very busy with work. And yeah, I'm glad to be back, Leon. I'm definitely, I definitely need to take a bit of a break every now and again. It's been way too long. But yeah, I've been extremely busy with work. I don't know if I told you guys, I was working as a, what's it called? Facilities maintenance cleaner. Basically just cleaning buildings and stuff. Like a glorified janitor, if you will. And then about a half a year ago, when I was planning on finally coming back, yeah, so that's kind of explaining the history of what's going on here. I'm hoping it's a more regular thing. About a half a year ago, when I was originally planning on coming back, they hit me with the surprise, what is it? A surprise promotion to a team lead. So now I am responsible for not only my own work, but also the work of like 5 or 6 other people, and that has just been consuming a lot of my time. But I feel like I've got everything more or less under control now, because a lot of it was just it's just a lot of work adjustments, trying to figure out what people are doing that could be improved or fixed, or just, you know, just outright wrong. And yeah, for the most part, I feel like it's all under control. At least on my days off, I don't have to be as attentive to like my phone and everything. Hey, thank you, man. I it's definitely been a bit of an interesting learning period, to say the least. But I'm definitely glad to be able to come back a bit. I don't need that. Wild berries. Don't mind if I do. We definitely need the food here. How have you guys been? I have not been able to... I've been in passing, seeing you guys stream here and there. I know Leon's been doing a lot of, I think it's called Game Duel. You just kind of just guess at the games. And I assume you're still doing Noida, or if you're ever up for Entangled, you know the drill. Yes, I do know the drill, and I will definitely let you know once I've got my, well, once I've figured everything else out again and sort of gotten back into the flow of things. Ooh, okay, there's goats out here. I should make a spear. There. Attach the stick. Weapon. Now I need to find more reeds so we can make some baskets, as that is a very important upgrade that we need to make here. I've become browser gamer. Yes, I in my passing glances, I have noticed you've been doing a lot of browser gaming. Guess we'll just eat these rye grains dry Wild blueberry bush, still flowering, okay. I have noticed a pretty big increase in a lot of streamers doing browser gaming. So like Wordle, GameDole, what's the other one? GeoGuessr and like its variants and stuff. Been slowly building the channel a bit, nothing major progress-wise though. You're mostly Noida, though I've done some other things in between. Okay. Yeah, I have noticed your viewership has increased. Maybe not as significantly as we would like, but at least I've noticed there's been a definite increase, so that's always good. I'm glad to see it. Get more cranberries. Gonna have to. I should mark these on the map so I know they're here. But that also seems like a lot of work when I can just walk around later on. Let's focus on pulling these up so that we can replant them. We also want to start looking for a home base pretty soon. It's already getting rather late in the day, and I forgot to set a safe timer for rift activity, so we might have nighttime visitors. Entangled days are still going. Last week we had like 8 people, though that is very rare, and we mix mods and do purgatory a lot. I have seen you have listed Purgatory mod quite frequently. I don't know what that entails, but it definitely sounds interesting. Might have to look into that maybe this next week or so. And use Twitch comments live too. I'm assuming that's a nightmare mode, but better. I see. And Twitch comments live is, I'm assuming, also a Noida mod. So maybe put the Twitch comments into the game. I'm not sure. Or maybe that's just a new Twitch feature I'm not aware of. DCLs where the chat messages appear in a game turns random. Oh, okay, yes, I have seen that mod. That is a pretty common one. I haven't messed with it because I don't feel like going through the hassle of having to set up another Twitch integration through Noida, but I have seen other streamers use it. It's always an interesting experience from what I've seen. Tree, resin. I probably have enough for a couple of baskets now. Yes, okay. That is expanded inventory, which we very desperately needed. TCL is the new popular mod, really? Didn't think it would make a comeback like that. Jens Leon is a community member who wrote TCL. We've been part of the beta testing too. Oh, so I guess maybe I'm thinking of a different mod then. If it's beta testing, I would assume it's a rather recent mod that's been being developed. Maybe I'm just thinking of the chat message mod. It just puts the chat into the game, but it doesn't turn it into materials, I don't think. People went on to crack the seed hash to force death Imanol. Oh god, that's awful. That sounds awful. Raw onions, yum. Lots of vitamin something there. Not that old, but probably about half a year now. Okay, yeah, so I'm definitely thinking of a different mod then. That was fixed? Okay. I would hope so. Being able to summon death on command makes for a very poor gaming experience, I feel like. Earth ball is edible? Borderline. Let's not do that. Well, chat is chat, so you know, yes, I am also a chat member. I am very well aware of what we do. Ads in 3 minutes. Do I have it set to 20 minutes? Let's snooze that for now. I'm gonna have to fix that too. I forgot what interval I set that at. Yeah, no, likewise, Zora. Thank you for stopping by. Like I always say, I enjoy every bit of attention that you guys can spare. And I'm always glad to see that you guys are still around. Oh, we'll definitely see each other around, Zora. That's not even a question. Have a good night, get some rest, and I'll see you. I'll probably stop by your stream one of these days if I have the time. My schedule is kind of weird now. But yeah, we'll definitely see each other around. Have a good night, man. Wow, this is amazing. There's so much chalk. I can make so many leather things with all of this. Am I really still in 6th? That's kind of ridiculous. I may need to just open a permanent tab on my Chrome window set to your page so that it just runs whenever you're live. Actually, now that not a bad idea. Now that I'm actually thinking about that. Yeah, man. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Get some rest. Okay, so I've just been gathering shit without really thinking. What the hell am I at? 22 cattails. We can make 2 more of these. Okay, so now we have basic inventory sorted. We've got plenty of cattail root to replant once we find a decent home location. What are you? Raccoon pup. All the animals look so different now. The berry bushes are very different too. They're not square anymore. Which isn't a bad change. I do enjoy it looking a little more, maybe not super realistic, but definitely more identifiable as vegetation. Uh-oh, there goes my knife. Let's make another knife blade. And we're also going to make a quick axe and cut down some trees. Try to make ourselves a makeshift shelter. There's the knife sorted. And axe head. Stick, axe, okay. Put that there, put this here. Just gonna cut down several trees here and hope for the best. Probably do birch since it's probably the easiest to grow. Typically they only grow straight up. They don't really grow too tall either, so we can still access the branch leaves and everything. Loose flint. Okay, so let's put this stuff away. That's flint, chalk, flint, 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 flint. Okay. Let's also make ourselves a torch, which I think is 2 dry grass. Yep, okay. There's that. And then I need 2 sticks for a fire starter and a grass, I think. Yes, okay. Do that. Let's place this down. Light this. And pick it up. And we have a light source. Now just... Uh-oh. Okay, yep. There's the night things. Oh boy. This is what I was afraid of. Still chasing? Kind of. Damn, I don't want to go too far from our spawn area. Just in case we die. Where... Geez, that's far, okay. Spawn would be around there. Let's keep that pinned. Alright, let's make our way over that way. See if we can't cut a couple of trees down on the way. Alright, let's get these horsetails. Also need those cattails over there. I did turn off class-specific, what are they called? Recipes. Since I do want this to be a little more of just a relaxed sort of thing that I do whenever I visit it. We don't have to worry about being an archer for a bow, for example, or being a clothier for certain clothing equipment, we can kind of just do things as long as we've got the materials. No real point in having those class specific things if kind of just playing solo here. At least in my opinion anyway. I should make some more poultice. Heal ourselves up so we don't run our hunger bar completely empty. We do have two tree seeds. That'll be useful. Growing parsnips, horsetail. Cut this tree down. We are definitely going to need a decent amount of wood if we're going to build any kind of shelter to suit our needs. Okay. Our inventory is full yet again. And I make baskets. I think I can make 2 maybe? Or 1? Or not baskets, reed chests. Oh, it's 3, so that's what, 24? Can't even make 1 yet, okay. That'll be the next thing we do then. Once we find more, if we find more cattails. Although we do have a decent amount of roots, so we could just wait for their growth cycle. Usually about a week or 2. How many bushes? Blueberries. Don't mind if I do. Gotta keep our hunger bar full so we don't die. Those are ripening. Lily of the Valley. More chalk stones. Which is also a soft stone, so we can't use that for napping either. But it's gonna be a very important stone to have in order to start the whole leather production cycle later on. Death caps. Okay, we got a bit of quartz here, so that means there's a quartz deposit underneath. Bitter Bolly is borderline edible if I remember. Yeah, 1 HP. That should be fine. Just go ahead and eat that. Yeah, we have quartz here, so that'll be good later. Let's mark it on the map. That's a lot of quartz bits. That's a pretty big deposit on there. Okay. I can always heal up from the bitter bolets at least, so let's go ahead and... Okay, where's the archer? Or why is the archer, I should say. I hate these things so much. Consume these mushrooms while we can. Yes, I know, it's painful. Okay, and now there's the crawler dudes. Where are you going? You started this fight. Of course, you dropped nothing. Ripe blueberries, don't mind if I do. And nighttime survival without any shelter is always a bit of an experience, huh? So here's the big... Ooh, flax. Flax is super useful. Don't mind if I grab some of you. These are super important. Oh god, I have so many things. Just eat the turnips. Another mature flax here. Pick up the seeds. Or the game tells me it doesn't exist. That's also cool. So much tool. There are a couple of reeds in there. It's not a shallow pond either. It looks like it gets pretty deep past to the... What is it, 4-block mark? Give or take. But I should probably start planting these cattails so that they can start doing their thing. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I can always light it back up. That's fine. Had quite a few cattails and I didn't really use up all that much space. Which I guess is a good thing. It makes it easier to collect, but kind of goes to show there's a huge disparity between available space in your inventory and what is actually in the world. Kind of crazy. Alright, so I gotta light this out again. Alright, now it is almost daytime already. 2:30 a.m. It's May, so we're coming up on summer. Probably have sunrise at about 5 or 6. Regardless, we should probably start building some sort of hut or base. Thinking we maybe cut these trees down and build right about here in front of the lake, just to have easy access to the cattails, water for farming, and just the general area here is not too bad. What the hell is that? Ruins? Okay. Let's clear the area first. That's gonna kill my entire axe. Let's start with these smaller trees. That's a pine tree. I should make sure that this isn't a resin tree first. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I haven't been camping IRL in so long. I miss being out in the wilderness, starting campfires and cooking on open flames. It has been way too long. I think this should be a decent space, right? We don't need anything crazy. Probably a good 5x5 floor space, so we would need 6 wide walls. And that's what, 6, 12, and then 10 on each side is 20, 32, and 22? I think we have enough. Well, mostly. Oh no, it's one layer would be what, 22, and then you double it for height, would be 44 if you don't account for a roof. We have plenty of tool to make a thatch roof. We could probably just make that work. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Do we want 5? 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yes, okay. Because that's also 5. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is not going to be a door. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and plant these seeds. So, pine tree, maple tree can be there, and 2 birch trees, one here and one about there. We do have a pretty decent number of pine trees around here, so I'll probably use pine for the rest of the walls here. Are these really all just held up by branchy leaves? There's not a single log here. Okay. And this, of course, is a resin tree, so can't do anything about that. We need to add a marker for the resin. There's that. Go look for a different pine tree. That one seems decent, but let's get rid of this small thing first. Also a cluster of just branchy leaves. Put that away. Pine seed. Our axe durability should be enough for this. And if not, it'll hopefully knock down a decent number of logs before it breaks. And now that we have the frame for our base, I should probably waypoint it as our home marker instead of just leaving it. I mean, it is at spawn, so I guess it's not super important. Just the organization. Let's see. Pine seeds. Is that a wolf that I just heard? I really hope not. That's the last thing I want prowling around our base. Oh, okay, we have deer. Multiple here, okay. That's good to know. Wild black currant. I mean, that is food. Let's stay mature, struggling. Don't need those leaves. I can make a makeshift door, right? No. How? I forgot how to do doors. Door. Crude door, there we go. Oh, I need an axe, okay. This. Axe. This. Okay, so now we have the door here. We can place these here. Could leave this as a makeshift window. I believe there is a way to make some sort of slab block. Can I make it out of shale is the question. Shale cobble slab. I need clay, okay. But the answer is not immediately. Flashback to me destroying the door every time I want to go out. Yeah, I think they fixed the rate of it breaking. It doesn't break. It doesn't break nearly as often as it used to. I do remember when they first introduced these things, or rather when they first introduced the braking mechanic to it. It was a pretty big margin of a pretty big occurrence that would just fall off its hinges every time. A lot of the player base got really upset about it, and they fixed it pretty quickly from what I remember. Wild black currant bush. So, any of these mature? Spelt. Spelt. I mean, it is a grain. It will give us food. Might as well. Better than nothing. Given the map, I would say our best chance at clay is probably to the north or maybe south. What the hell is this? Go see what that's about. These are pretty big ruins. Forage, okay. Maybe food? Nope, a bunch of sticks, okay. That's fine. This is really cool though. This is like a full, like, house frame. There were probably stairs that went up this way to a second floor, which means this is probably all one big building going that way. Might need a shovel to like dig this up and see what's underneath here. If this is all one building, I could imagine they had a cellar. And if they had a cellar, there's borax here? Okay. Not only did we spawn near chalk, which gives us whatever that first thing is. Chalk stones, when broken, drops this, grinds into lime. We can also make lime out of borax, if I'm not mistaken. which is kind of huge. Cooks into quicklime or lime water by grinding chalkstone. Or no, borax is just I guess borax when it mixes, right? But either way, these are precursor items for leather, which is kind of huge. Yeah, powdered borax into diluted borax, which makes leather hides. Let me mark that on the map actually before I forget. We have digging. We'll use one of these colors, quartz. All of these colors are used. We'll just go with the standard. Do this. Borax. Which way did I say I was going? This way. I want to see if we can find. I probably shouldn't be sprinting either. Try to conserve our hunger gauge. Forge whatever we can find on the way there. Red currant. Flowering, okay. And no actual fruit. Ripening. Ripening. I wonder if maybe there's any puffballs in the plains areas out here. Was that lightning I just saw over there? I hope not. Ooh, are those grains, perhaps? No. Just tall vegetation. What even is this? Fennel. I don't think I've ever seen fennel. This should be edible. That's better than nothing, I suppose. 6 out of 9, 8 out of 9. Not fully grown yet. And let me... Well, I have some of the seeds, so we'll just carry those with us. Fennel. Fennel is actually really good. If you incorporate it into certain dishes, it just gives it a very sort of a crisp taste to it. Yes, delicious in small quantities, exactly. You want to use it sparingly because it does have a very overpowering taste and smell. Hate it when it's too strong though, yeah. I think that's the general consensus on fennel is don't add too much. Blackcurrant. Geez, all of these are flowering. I need actual food game. Please. I don't want to starve. Not like this. Oh, this is a lavender field. That's why it's all blue. Okay. And lupine. Okay. Ooh. Growing flax? Mature flax. Yes. Don't mind if I do. Flax seeds are vital. That is going to be a very good source of fibers that we can make into string, which then turn into cloth, which we then use for so many other things. I'm surprised they didn't drop any flax grain though. That's unfortunate. But at least we're picking up seeds. So that's always a plus. I think I should probably cook some of these cattails that are kind of out of the way. Just to fill our stomach here. We We've already got 60 some odd cattails just waiting to grow again back by spawn. I want to say maybe 10 cattails should be enough to fill us, hopefully. Don't want to go crazy about eating them if we can help it. As far as I know, there's no way to propagate cattails. Let's clear out an area that we don't want to set on fire. Let's make some firewood. Load up the cattails. And get to cooking. Alright. While that cooks, let's take a quick look around, see if there isn't anything else that might be useful. Looks like maybe grains over there. And a chicken. Okay. Mature spelt. They're not dropping the actual grains, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, seeds are still important, but we need actual food. Hey, Photon! How have you been, man? Welcome in. Welcome to the viewers as well. Hope you've all had a productive stream. I know, are you still doing development streams for the playing game? I've been out of the picture for a while, so I'm still out of the loop. Pretty productive. That's always good to hear. And one cooked rhizome. Alright. While the rest of those cook... Oh god, that burned all of those firewood. Let's make some more, I guess. And there goes our axe. Okay. Thankfully we have enough to make another one. Working on adding a second plane to the game. Oh! Are we looking at possibly multiplayer? I see, I see. Well, I look forward to seeing the progress. Like I said, I've been out of the picture. I've been rather busy with work and stuff IRL, but I have a little bit of time now every few days, so I'll probably stop by your stream or just generally stop by your channel and see what's been going on there. I was meaning to get back into all this stuff months ago, and then I got put in charge of a full team, so that kind of kicked everything out of whack. IRL stuff is very important. Thank you for the welcome back. I am glad to be back. More cooked rhizome. Don't mind if I do. Okay, we're filling up pretty nice here. We are gonna probably have to make a trip back to base soon, though. We do have enough for a basket pest thing, so let's do that. I do need to make another axe while we're here. One stick, one axe head, and an axe. We have a lot of seeds. Yeah, we definitely need to make a trip back and drop all this stuff off. Yummy, yummy rhizomes. all of the starch. Do I have anything I can burn here? I can maybe pick up some grass. Just to keep the fire going a little. They seem to cook pretty quickly. It's just the heat has to be maintained. Let's hold on to some of these. It takes about 5 grass to cook one of these. That should be enough. Take a quick glance around. Make sure there isn't anything else that we want to pick up here while we're waiting for those to cook. And then we'll be on our way. So there are rabbits. There's a chicken over that way somewhere. So we've got plenty of wildlife. At least in this area. Probably gonna have to make some traps to relocate them once we have the ability to make planks. And the one thing I have not seen is any copper chunks. So we may need to go a bit out of our way to look for our starting metal, which is maybe not great, but we got pretty lucky with all of this chalk and borax. At the very least, we've got the materials for leather production, which is kind of huge. Alright, so there's the rhizomes done. Let's put our fire out. Make our way home, which is that way. Let's not sprint, because we just spent the past like half of an in-game day filling up our stomach. Don't want to waste it on just running. Growing flax, mature flax. Thank you. Are any of those... They are not resin trees, so let's pick up some wood while we're here. I got completely distracted by the game. What was I saying? Something about... Oh yeah, I was trying to get into Lake Hopper before I got handed a full team of people to basically look after for the last 6 months. And I never had the chance. So I want to go and take a look at that, because it looks really fun. At least from what I've seen on the dev streams anyway. I did play some of the, what was it? I think it was 0.8 stuff, the beta before release. I just never got a chance to like stream it or really explore it properly. think we can cut this one down too. This doesn't look like a resin tree. Okay. I am also glad to see that my Dreambot still has its commands working, which is kind of a relief because I was fully expecting a lot of that stuff to be broken and having to be rewritten. That saves me quite a bit of time later on once I get to actually re-implementing everything properly. Stop sprinting. We are not in a food abundance right now. We cannot be wasting our stamina like this. Ooh, what's that? Treasure hunter? Okay, interesting door setup. Name's Lynn. Commodities traded. Local goods, okay. What have you got? Buy metal, you buy linen. Peat bricks. I haven't seen peat. I know how to make charcoal, but we don't have... I do have the ability to make charcoal. We could probably do something with that. And then we could buy... merchant stuff, okay. And out a treasure chest. Oh, but it's only 4 slots of storage. That's kind of useless. He's selling the full merchant set though. For what? 5, 9, 12, 17, 22 gears. Damn, okay. I will talk to you later, Lynn. Let's head back to... Why is there one of these guys out here? Oh, there's a cave down there, okay. Flax fiber. You have anything? No. Useless. Okay, I gotta make this so that they can't climb up here. Let's break down some dirt. Is that non-climbable? Seems like it. Yep, that should be non-climbable for these guys. Ooh, what is this? Belt? Belt. It is something. Didn't find any clay, which is not great. I have to take a further look, maybe go further west where all of these wetlands are. We have a reed chest that we can just place here. Put all of our seeds in there, which are kind of just bulk. Hold on to this. Maybe throw resin in here as well. Vines for rope. cattails and all this other stuff can stay on us. Nope, keep the sticks. Pine logs for constructing. Okay. Let's get to making the I don't think we need anything crazy here. We could just grab tool and make the roof thatching here. Three, four, five. Do we have enough tool here? Probably. Maybe not actually. If I remember correctly, tool does not convert very well to thatching. Tool, thatch, 1 to 2. And then slanted is 4. Roof is 6. Corner is also 6. 4, 6. We would need at least 3 tiers. Yeah, definitely not enough out here. Guess for now we can just do this. That way we don't have anything immediately exposing us. We can kind of just hang out here. That being said, what time is it? I do need to be mindful of stream length today. I do want to review volume and all this other stuff. I'm glad I managed to fix the bandwidth issue we were having earlier, but black magic. I'd be concerned if stream elements work after a break. I'm just now seeing that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm either decent at coding or maybe my computer's haunted and I just don't realize, or I haven't realized it yet. We'll see which one it is. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna call stream here. I don't know if you guys have any recommendation on maybe a raid. Let me see if I have anybody on my list. Yeah, I don't see anything compelling to raid into. Let's check the vintage story tab. Maybe find something. You have a few friends, okay. If you want to drop a name, we can definitely give them a view. I spent like 15 minutes before the proper start of the stream today trying to fix whatever the hell was going on with my modem. I think it was just either bad placement or maybe the cabling is dying, I don't know, but the bandwidth was just not holding up for whatever reason. I'm probably gonna have to do a bandwidth test later, either later today or later on in the week, and figure out what the hell's going on, because even looking at it now, it's looking like it's not in the best condition. Stardew Valley mood, Visions of Mana, Hunt Showdown. I think Stardew Valley would be fine. Go from one cozy game to another. If I remember correctly, Visions of Mana is an RPG, and Hunt Showdown is kind of jarring. You go from some simple survival game to guns and over-the-top action. Okay, so let's go ahead and raid this Starry Pastels person. I've forgotten how to do streamer things. I'm supposed to be doing stuff, right? Where's this? Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I've got to get back into the swing of things. We're gonna pay Starry Pastels a visit. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or evenings wherever you are. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one, everybody. I'm glad to be back, Leon. It's always a pleasure.